Hi, this is Ant from Speakerstack Music. In this video we're going to be continuing with creating a song from scratch in Ableton. This is video 5 of a sequence of videos, and today's video is going to focus on adding in some rhythm guitar. So you'll see that we've already got a rhythm guitar instrument channel created in Ableton, which we put in a previous video. We set that up as an audio channel as opposed to a MIDI channel. If you remember, if you're recording in a live instrument such as a guitar or some vocals or any other form of live instrument such as a drum kit that's being played live in the room, then you need to set the channel up as an audio channel as opposed to a MIDI channel, because it's not digital information, it's audio information, it's live audio information that's being recorded into Ableton. So we've already done that and got that set up. We also need to make sure that we've got the right instrument track channel armed, ready to record. So at the moment we've got the bass synth channel armed to record into, so just have to be careful about that. I'm going to turn that off so that we don't actually accidentally record over what we did previously. And I'm going to record the guitar in loop by loop. I'm going to create individual clips of guitar sound that will loop round and round and round. So again, we can use the guitar that I'm playing in as a loop of sound in the same way that we've been using the notes that we've been playing in as loops of sound as well. So it will come out very similarly in terms of it being a loop of sound that you can then work with and rearrange in the song and have it set up in the right way to support the structure of the song that you're trying to create. So you'll see we've just recorded in our first bit of rhythm guitar. We armed the track down here. We clicked on the section of music to make sure it played all of the instruments that we'd already dropped into that part of the clip. And then we clicked on the circular record button on that, and it gave us a run in using the metronome, and then we started recording. And I've just added in a very simple chord sequence into the intro section. But what I think I'm going to do is take that and I'm going to make that the chorus guitar section. If you just drag that across into the chorus and the middle A and the two chorus sections at the end. So I now need something a little bit different for the verse. So we've now got a rhythm guitar section for the verse, and you'll see that I left that loop as a little bit longer than the previous loops we put in for the bass synth and even the drum synths, and I recorded in almost 2 sections to that. just to mix things up a bit. It was all based around a 3-chord pattern with just some slight variation in the notes, because I just wanted to give the verse again a sense of going somewhere. So in that first section you've got a particular pattern, and then there's an elaboration on that pattern for the second section. So if you just play that back, we'll just see how that sounds again. There you go. So there's the rhythm guitar for the verse. So again, I'm going to just have a quick look at that clip, because you probably noticed that I stopped playing towards the end. So actually we've recorded a little bit more than we wanted to there. So if we actually click on the clip, you will see that you'll bring up the audio that we've recorded. And this looks very different to the notes that we played in for the bass synth, because this is audio information. So actually what you're getting is a reflection of the sound that has been captured, and you can see that the rhythm of the guitar part is picked up in the pattern that's been displayed on the screen here. I'm going to the guitar was sounding quite quiet, so I'm going to boost the decibels just a little bit, just to give that a little bit more volume. And also, as we've discussed, the recording went on a bit too long in terms of the end. I actually finished playing and then it carried on recording. So I'm just going to roll the clip back to 17 bars, sorry, to 16 full bars, to the 17th point, the start of the 17th bar, which captures the pattern all the way around. So again, if we play that again, you should see the Ableton playing back where we're at that point in the clip, in this section at the bottom here. And you can also hear that the volume of the guitar is sounding a bit more prominent in the song. Great stuff. And you've probably heard I left the clip rolling on because I just wanted to test that it was actually a perfect loop of sound, and that it was a full 16 bars, and that when it loops round and repeats the pattern, that it's going to be in time again with what we've already recorded on the bass synth, the shaker and the drums. I'm also going to go in and just increase the decibels for the other guitar parts that we've recorded, just so that it's all nice and even. And actually, rather than repeating that, I'm just going to copy and paste that in to those other bits again. So it's just click in. It should now be set at 3 decibels. That's great. And the verse pattern, again, I'm just going to copy into the other verse section, and I'm going to copy it into the intro and the build up and the ending sections, but I'm just going to do something a little bit different with those. So if we go into one of the clips that relates to one of those other sections, so we go into the intro clip, I'm not going to have that second elaborated kind of sequence of notes on the rhythm guitar section. I'm just going to roll that back and halve the length of the clip. So you'll see that we're changing that from 16 bars in length to 8 bars in length. which you can see here. So I'm cutting out that second section because I really want that to kind of come into the verses as a kind of a build-up, really. So just paste that in there. Okay, so let's just have a quick playthrough and see how it sounds. I'm not going to play it back as though we were playing back an entire song, but I'm just going to flick through the different sections of the song just to see that it all sounds nice and it kind of transitions between each section of the song nicely. Okay, great. So I mean, I've stopped the song earlier there than playing the last sections because actually the middle eight and the chorus are exactly the same as the previous choruses as it currently stands. What I also might do on that first verse, in fact I'm going to do it now actually, is I really like that second section that we've got going on in the verses, but I think I'm just going to have that as a build up in that second verse. So I'm going to just shorten the clip again in that first verse, just so that we remove that second section. I mean, we can build it up in other ways as well, obviously with different instruments, which we'll do in other videos, but I'm just starting to get a sense of the structure, and I think it's going to work better if we just have that second part in that second verse. Fantastic. So there goes the rhythm guitar. We've now added in a rhythm guitar instrument track to the song. It's starting to build up and you can start to see the definition between the different parts. I quite like the difference between the verse and the chorus sections. So that concludes this video. In the next video, video 6, we're going to be looking at putting in some pads, some synth pads, just to fill out the sound and give it a bit more texture. So thank you for viewing. If you found the content useful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks very much.